I'm going to play together with me. Mohammed, good evening, Mohammed. Good evening, Kadir.
Good evening, good evening, viewers. And this one is a bit of a table. Top of the table. Benedict College versus secondary who are placed at the foot of Group A in secondary schools Premiership division.
Well, we are expecting an exciting one, although it's a bottom table. Augustine has started very slowly this season, and they seem to be on the way out of the Premiership. But of course, it's always about your honor, it's always about your good name, and a lot of persons think that the green machines, the green machines of the 18th and 90s, they'll be looking to at least here. We see some of the fans in the stands. The starting lineups for you. Force and Bendix.
We have number 6, Nishon Alexander, number 10, Nicholas Bobcom, number 15, Ephraim Brown, the captain, number 7, Tariq number 5, Joshua Dimas, in goal, number 22, Divinish, number 8, Darrell Garcia, number 4, Kinu Moraine, number 11, Jeremiah Niles, number 12, Josiah Ochoa, and rounding out the starting 11 is number 2, Joshua Phillip.
Well, for the Mean Green Machines, we've got the number 6, Tyrese Andrews, number 18, Jordan Ferdinand, number 11, Giovanni Hospitales, number 16, Elijah Grivan, number 4, Shaquille Brito, number 8, Alex Piper, number 19, Marcel Valentine, number 9, Jamel Cooper, number 12, Jalen Aslam, number 13, Tyrone O'Brien, and round off the starting lineups in goal, the number 1, Madison Lewis. So that's the starting lineup. They're going to be coached by Chumak Jones. That's the coach of the St. Augustine team. For St. Benedict's going to be coached by the experienced Randolph Boyce, of course, also the coach of Central Soccer World at the Open Division. Referee Cecile Hines, she's going to be the one in the middle, leading out the third team, the refereeing team, as the teams just about get ready to take the pitch here at the Otto Bolden Stadium. The field, it was a pitch here when it started about 2 hours ago. That was before the game between Pleasantville and Kaipichaima. That game, an exciting game that ended in a 3-all draw for both teams. So both teams having a share of the points there. It was a goal fest, and at the end, no one could be separated between those 6 goals. But there we have the teams just settling the Mean Green Machines there in your picture. And St. Benedict's College, they are top of their table. Remember, in this year, with the abridged form of the Secondary Schools Football League, it's 2 groups, the top 2 in both groups, looking to come through and then play a semi-final into a final. It seems like St. Benedict's have already sealed one of those places. Kadir, just seeing the referee assistant doing some last-minute checks.
Yeah, so this one, well, the outfield is a bit heavy, as you can see, due to that first game and some rain that we had earlier on. But I'm telling you, if this one is to take the shape of that previous game, this one is definitely going to be a cracker.
Yeah, I'm going to expect nothing different. A team fighting for pride, fighting for the tradition of the Mean Green Machine up against St. Benedict's. We're seeing referee Cecile Hines just looking at her watch, making sure that everything is in sync. As St. Benedict's, they are in green and black. They are going to be kicking from the left to right on your screen, up against the Green Machines. In goal, Madison Lewis for St. Benedict's, for St. Augustine, sorry. And that's the whistle from Cecile Hines. Ball banged downfield. Looking to settle early here. Benedict's string some passes together. Not the best of touches there by Niles, but he's able to find. Seem to be some changes in the starting lineup for Benedict, but that's Brown. As Niles brings it forward. Ball looking to slip through to Lee. And here comes Augustine.
Augustine with some composed work at the back there, looking to build going forward. One back there by Benedict.
So the ball pass forward into the skipper, Lee. He's going to be very important if they're going to get any good result here this afternoon. Putting their unbeaten record on the line here. Going for a bit of a run. There was O'Brien. He's deemed to have been fouled by Maureen.
God, we know how dangerous when a team is on the back foot, how dangerous they can be. Nothing to lose, so they're going to give everything there. We can see O'Brien going for a bit of a run there, but held back there by Maureen.
Yeah, Maureen is going to be very important to St. Benedict's. But this time they're on the defensive. Ball played wider. Going down under the challenge. Tariq Lee. He's going to tread the needle. Beautiful ball inside. Is he onside? Yes, he is. Piper is away. In fact, it's Garcia.
Bearing down on goal there, but slipping and sliding. And then getting the shot away. But it's not going to trouble goalkeeper Lewis in goal there.
So Darrell Garcia. It was a beautiful one-time pass by Skipper Lee. And here comes St. Augustine.
Maureen comes across and deals with the danger. Puts it into touch. So it's going to be a St. Augustine throw. Maureen, there we see Maureen already getting into his work. Yeah, that's Keno Maureen.
Really through there by O'Brien. The ball's into the area. Keeper comes and saves. Tane Devonish showing good hands. And St. Benedict's able to come forward. Trying to be a bit too cheeky and losing out. And
Philip now.
So Ephraim Brown, beautiful switch of play. Finds Niles. Oh, just out of reach of Niles. So the idea was good. The execution just not up to the idea. And there you see Niles putting up his hands to acknowledge. He's saying a bit more to the corner flag.
Getting ready to take this show is O'Brien.
Yes,
he's looking for some movement forward. A bit of a heavy touch there. Winning back possession there is Benedict's College, and they're looking to build. Piper.
That's Garcia. Ball long over. It's easily handled at the back. The big defender just coming across and putting it into touch. That's Dumas. Now, if you're just turning on the TV and would have watched about the first 4 minutes in this, you'd definitely think that St. Augustine was the team that was at the top of the table, and St. Benedict's the team at the bottom. St. Benedict's yet to really get into their stride. They've shown though that they're very dangerous on the counter. The captain Tariq Lee up on top seems to be a wonder boy in this, and of course Garcia is showing signs that you cannot give them space. But Augustine thus far have shown that they have settled first. They're knocking together a couple passes, not yet really controlling the pace of the game, but definitely they seem to have the measure over St. Benedict's. Here's a beautiful ball through. It falls beautifully to Okocha. Okocha one-on-one. Okocha cuts. Still Okocha. And it's in off the post. So Josiah Okocha. We were now talking and saying that Augustine looked the more settled. It was a beautiful early ball. Okocha started it. He played it in and then went for the return ball. It was a beautiful ball in behind the defense. He cut one, cut again, and then it banged off both the keeper and the stopper and found it into the back of the net. So for all the early industry, St. Augustine finds themselves 1 goal down versus St. Benedict's College here.
Yeah, really against the run of play there, Gordon. It looked a bit settled for that the opening 5 minutes of the game, and a ball over the top here. Not claiming there, and an easy chance for Tariq Lee, and he is going to make it 2-0 for St. Benedict's College. A bit of a goalkeeping error there from Madison Lewis, allowing Tariq Lee to have an open net to slot into. And there we can see coming there, not claiming Gordon. And Tariq Lee duly obliged, giving St. Benedict's College a 2-0 lead in this one.
Well, it seems like the wheels have fallen off early for St. Augustine. They were looking the better of two teams just up to about 4 minutes, and they got the commentator's curse. I was now commenting. There was a throw-in. The ball fell to Okocha. He played a long 1-2. The return pass, he was one-on-one on away. He chopped, he turned, and finished expertly to put his team up 1-0. And then on the restart, a simple ball just played through, and keeper Madison Lewis would want to do that all over again. He failed to claim, and Tariq Lee with the ultimate poacher's goal just tapped home into the open goal, and St. Benedict's lead 2-0 versus St. Augustine secondary here.
Yeah, Benedict's looking to stamp their authority early on in this game, on the front foot again, inviting that run there. Lee tease it back there now to Ochoa. Garcia, the man on hand there, and it's all gone pear-shaped now for St. Augustine. They go down by 3 goals already. 7 minutes gone in this one, Gordon.
Yeah, definitely. They've definitely lost the script. You see keeper Madison Lewis there, looking depressed. He's already on the wrong side of a 3-0 scoreline. 10 minutes yet to go, and there we saw the ball through. Tariq Lee doing the unselfish thing, just teeing up Garcia, and Garcia picked a spot in off the upright. And just like that, St. Benedict's leader 3-0.
There we see that man Tariq Lee, how composed he is on the ball. Really a shining light for St. Benedict's College so far in this campaign, and he has shown how composed and how mature he is on the ball. So he's going to definitely be a danger man and one to look out for.
Yeah. This line, and again, it's just straight offside. This back line, though, of St. Augustine, it's playing much too high for the capabilities of the players. And I think that the coach should have gotten this a long time ago. And there's the ball early through, and it's very close, very close. If you look at that on the replay, when the ball is kicked, it seems like they were in line. But of course, there's no VAR. The referee made the call, and it stands. O'Brien pointing the ball forward.
Definitely, you think St. Benedict's College, the under-feet conditions, do you think that's having an effect on them?
No, I think the St. Benedict's College started a bit slowly, but then once they got their opening goal, they played on the front foot ever since. You're seeing composure. You're seeing that they're willing to maintain possession, bring the ball out the back, right across one side to the other. The high press by St. Augustine, it has not worked. It worked early on in the first 4 minutes, but then they're being able to beat the lines, and this is where this line is much too high. Lee there, again, as you see him just peeling off the shoulder of the defender. For you to play a high line, your stoppers must be able to understand how to play the high line, when to pull off and when to stand the line. The winger cannot have the ball with space and time and the high line stand. That is not good. At that point, you got to do so and pull off. And there we see coming from on to off, and again the offside flag is up. So it's always going to be millimeters, at the back, if you don't have that cover from your central defenders.
But then you need to have that sort of control and that management from one of your centre halves.
That's very close again there. Tariq Ali just coming from off to on.
You need to have that leadership in the back in order for that high line to come off.
Yeah, definitely.
So something to think about for St. Augustine and Coach Jones, Tacoma Jones.
Yeah. So
Benedict College with an early going in this one, already leading by 3-0. Coming up to 11 minutes gone.
Marine puts the ball through. Lee turns. He's looking for runs. And
Niles.
beautiful ball. Again, the flag is up. So had it gone in, it would have been an offside goal. So you're going to expect that a lot of offside calls are going to be made.
Is it with the high line that's the intention, that they are trying to catch the Benedict players running offside?
Yeah, well, it's a double plan, if you could call it that. But experienced coaches don't really do that to the extent that you're seeing St. Augustine doing it. Let's look after the play. I'll explain. The ball is across, and it's going to go out for a corner to St. Benedict's. It's twofold. When you push your line high, you compress the playing field. Right? You're able to press higher up, you're able to win the ball at higher spots in the field, and you're able to get the opportunity to score earlier. So that's one. Two, the ball is played short there to Garcia. Garcia bangs it across. Oh! Flying header there, just flashing wide. Was a good header.
Seems to be Philip.
Philip, yeah.
Got his head at the end of that one, but a drill ball over there. Slipping and sliding, sort of playing field.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of sliding tackles. You're going to see a lot of heavy tackles. There the ball's across, and Philip with the acrobatic. In fact, it's number 6. That's Alexander with the flying header that just flashed wide. Garcia looking to thread the needles. He finds Niles.
Foot race to O'Brien. O'Brien wins out this time. And trying to bring St. Augustine going. Trying to get them going forward here. O'Brien.
And then he just gives it away.
A loose pass there.
So it's Brown who's going to play it wider now. Toying with the defender, Nicholas Bobcom. Early ball across.
But I love what I'm seeing from St. Benedict's. They look so in for this one. They look so up. Players making a lot of runs on and off the ball as well, and really giving these St. Augustine defenders a lot of headaches early on here. Ball played through. Is he onside? And he's definitely going to finish off this one. And that's goal number 4. Tariq Lee with his second and Benedict's 4th. That's 14 minutes gone, and it's already 4-0 gone.
Yeah, definitely. And you can see the look on the goalkeeper's Madison Lewis face. A picture tells 1,000 words. He's looking to the heavens. He wants to know what's going on. He rubs his palms. Definitely. If it's signs of things to come, with 4 goals in already, this group could come down to goal difference with Fatima and Naparima very closely by. Of course, Naparima defending champions.
Garcia looking for that run there again of Niles. Just realized that he was offside and left it. But here he's going to win out again from O'Brien, and the referee.
Bailed out there by the referee was O'Brien. Tion O'Brien trying to go past Niles. Referee Cecile Hines just saying it was an illegal challenge. We'll have the replay shortly. You can make your decision at home.
Piper. One back there by St. Benedict, and they're going to start building it from the back again. Looking out wide there for Niles.
Niles. A good fingertip save there. That touch just putting it off.
Popcom.
Garcia there showing some skill.
Brown. Patient build-up from St. Benedict's. I like what I'm seeing. They're not trying to force it. Always looking for that run of Niles. Niles again. Looking menacing down this right-hand side. Still with Niles. Trying to get that ball over. He's going to earn his team a corner here.
So if you're just joining us, you're watching the Tiger Town Secondary Schools football action live here on FlowSports. We have St. Benedict's up against St. Augustine Secondary. The scores with just about 16 minutes gone. St. Benedict's 4. St. Augustine Secondary 0. And it's been cleared out already. Skipper Tariq Lee. He has scored a double already.
Yeah, haven't been helped out by some defensive errors. Have earned St. Benedict's that 4-goal lead.
So it's going to be a throw. Looking to take the long throw is Alexander.
Cassia. Brown. Still Brown. Bobcom. Looking to turn his man nicely, Bobcom. Oh, and then flashes it over there. So a lot of problems at the back for St. Augustine. Bobcom and Niles have really given them a lot of headaches here with their piece on this right hand and left hand side for Benedict.
The St. Augustine team seems to be shell-shocked. And the game, Fatima versus Speyside. Fatima leaves that one 2-0 versus Speyside, so they keep pace with St. Benedict's. Good
Niles.
touch by Niles. Building beautifully, St. Benedict's.
Really patient build up.
That's true. Lee's onside. And just jogging it wide there. So Tariq Lee has been tormenting the St. Augustine backline. He's just living off the shoulder of the stoppers. The stoppers not sure when to pull off and provide cover or when to keep pushing. And he's beating that offside trap on a number of occasions thus far. Oh, and that gifted him. He just bangs it home.
So that's
Madison Lewis just gifting the ball to Lee, sorry. And Tariq Lee gets his hat trick.
So very early on in the piece here, Tariq Lee has a hat trick and another goalkeeping error there from Lewis. So it's all going downhill here for St. Augustine.
A hard place to be with these young guys.
How do you repel this Benedict's attacking trio?
Well, right now I think what St. Augustine needs to do, they need to get behind the ball. They're playing a much too high line for the footballing competence, one, as well as the footballing IQ of their team. They need to drop off when they don't have possession and defend in numbers.
Here they come, but a bit of a heavy touch there. And it's going to roll all the way through to goalkeeper Devonish. He gets it going from the back now. Maureen. Brown now. Lovely composure on the ball from St. Benedict's. That has been a hallmark of their play so far in this one. And there we see, looking to go for a bit of a run. There's Garcia. Is he onside? No. The referee assistant flag goes up.
But it went up and then went down. So had they scored, it definitely would have been a goal. If we could just see that again. That was the 5th goal, really gifted there by Madsen Lewis, the goalkeeper for St. Augustine.
Yeah, not the way they would have imagined this one to go after 20 minutes, Gordon.
Yeah, well, definitely 2 goalkeeping errors in that. Showing a bit of composure there and interchanging passes. But it's going to be O'Brien who's going to take this throw in. There at the bottom of your screen, you see the coach. So going across to take, yeah, you see the coach, Tacoma Jones of the Green Machines. Maths teacher as well as a physics teacher at the St. Augustine School. He'll have a soft place in my heart, being also a physics teacher. But me.
Definitely a man with a headache right now is Tacoma Jones.
Yeah, he'll definitely have to get a solution to this problem. Just about 22 minutes. 21 going on 22 minutes gone in this one, and you're down 5-0, and you seem like you're totally lost.
Tariq Lee again, good skill. Good skill from this man. Brown. Inviting Philip forward. Good work at the back there. Then crowded out by a couple of Benedict's players. Bob come now. Bob come bursting into the area.
It's not Bob come, it's one of the players from the back. That's number 15, Brown. Bob come is number 10. So it's Brown. Built like a freight train. Young Brown, Ephraim Brown. And going across to take this corner. See number 7, Tariq Lee. He's already gotten his name on the scorecard 3 times already, together with assists. He looked to add another assist here through this corner. Bobcom just infringing on the goalkeeper. You'd have realized that goalkeeper Lewis, our confidence is a bit on the low side, so he'll want to put a little added pressures. Ball inside, and it's hit to the back of the net. Bobcom. Nicholas Bobcom, he gets onto the end of that one. Just putting some pressure on Lewis. The ball came across. It was not dealt with. Look at the delivery again. It was not dealt with, and it fell kindly to Bobcom. And Nicholas Bobcom adds his name to the score sheet.
Teasing ball there from Tariq Lee, asking a lot of the St. Augustine defense. Bobcom the man on the spot. Benedicts have been overly impressive so far in this one. 24 minutes gone, and they already lead this game by 6-0.
Well, the question that is going to be asked is not what is going to be the result, but by how much. Ball through Niles. Is he onside? He's just straight offside. Fatima, in the meantime, has also gone on a goal scoring spree against Speyside. They lead 3-0. And there we're seeing the ball being played. Lee, one-time pass across. Yes, Niles definitely would have straight offside.
High press, not really working for St. Augustine.
There's a beautiful ball
again. Lee, he's going to get on the end of this. Oh, but good recovery tackle there by that man.
Great recovery tackle there. Lee was through.
Piper, the man coming across and dealing with that one.
Alex Piper.
Tariq Lee, we've seen how dangerous he can be from set plays. Already scored from the previous corner, and here he is again attempting to deliver a telling ball in the area. Lee.
Driven ball again. And getting into the parts of each other was Garcia and Bobcom. O'Brien He's just marshaled off the ball. And finally, St. Augustine is able to come forward. Looking to string some passes together.
Brown looking for some movement.
O'Brien comes back and he clears it upfield. Acrobatically, Moraine.
Brown has been impressive so far for St. Benedict's. Has been really solid in front of the back four.
Niles
wriggles his way past a couple of challenges. Bearing down on goal is Niles. Oh, and that one just flashes wide from Niles there.
Yeah, with the goal at his mercy really there.
And there we see Niles getting away from a couple of challenges. Really one-on-one with the keeper there. Should have gone for the side-footed attempt.
Yeah, he definitely tried to go in for the spectacular when the basic would have sufficed. We've already seen that goalkeeper Madsen Lewis' confidence is very low, so I think a shot on target would have been all he would have taken to get his name on the score sheet.
Garcia, good work in the middle of the park from Garcia there, finding Niles.
Ball threaded through. Is he onside?
Ochoa.
The flag has stayed down.
And Ochoa makes it 7-0 now for St. Benedict's College. 27 minutes gone. And that man again on your screen. Madison Lewis unable to keep out that attempt there from Ochoa. And he has his second.
So Ochoa there adding a second. Again, that hard line of the St. Augustine team not working. The coach definitely, they're seeing the ball played wider. Nile just playing it into the channel. And making that runner was Ochoa. And he was able to just slot it past goalkeeper Madsen Lewis.
Good ball over the top there, inviting that run. Finally, they get a shot off. Is St. Augustine,
well, they finally got
dealt with by Devenish.
They finally gotten a shot on target.
What a delightful ball there from Ochoa.
So it's Bob Cum looking to get inside, but he was just ushered off of it. Brown. Ochoa. Bob Cum, he's onside. Oh, no, he's not offside. The referee assistant just signaling that he would have straight offside.
Yeah, St. Benedict's looking like a different team of a different caliber, you know, compared to the St. Augustine team. Leaps and bounds, you know, they are winning out everything, all the second balls, players making a lot of runs.
Well, credit to coach Randolph Boyce. He started to train his boys pretty early, since about July. In fact, after the Ascension League was over, he called and invited Westford to get a practice game with his team. Ball played in behind. And there's a good defensive work. So he has been doing a lot of work with his team. He's definitely building this team going forward. And you're seeing frustration there on the face of young Alex Piper.
Yeah, it has not gone to plan for them, but yeah, credit to Randolph Boyce and his troops.
So it's going to be a throw in here, Alexander. Cleared up field. It just runs out.
Half an hour played here at the Otto Boland Stadium. And St. Benedict's lead this one by 7-0. Lee, is he onside? Yes, he is. Niles into the area now.
Ball just going out of play. Niles would love to get his name on the scorecard. He's been doing well here on the right-hand side. Just looking to pop it around the defender there. That's Brito, Shaquille Brito.
Yeah, Niles. Willing to make those rounds. Bob come now.
Is he onside? Yes, he is.
Ochoa. Brown. Flashes just wide.
Just losing his footing there was Brown.
We've seen how willing Bobcom and Niles are willing to make those runs and causing a lot of problems with their pace.
Yeah, I think the St. Augustine team have not yet decided how they're going to combat this. I think the simple solution is, sometimes coaches tend to overcook the solution to this problem. The first solution to this problem, get your guys behind the line. Ball, bit of a bad pass. Still not cleared. And is it the foul on Niles? Or has Niles committed the foul?
Referee Hines on spot.
Well, she's just asking who if he's okay. Yes. It's going to be O'Brien. Tyrone O'Brien. St. Augustine hanging the ball forward. An infringement after being badged in the back. That was Giovanni Hospitales. So Hospitales gets up. It's going to be a free kick, and there we saw the ball. It was a searching ball. And Bobcom just going in the stronger of the two.
A bit of a chance to reassess now for St. Augustine.
Shot from distance. Oh, it's off the upright. What a shot it was. O'Brien there, the wing back, Tyrone O'Brien, with a rocket from distance. It crashed off the upright. The keeper, Devonish, was a mere spectator.
Yeah, what a hit there from O'Brien from about 35 yards out. Here we see cranking off the upright. They are not, luckily for goalkeeper Devonish, it goes out.
It was a beautiful shot there by O'Brien. So showing signs of life here, St. Augustine Secondary. They have a proud history in secondary schools football. The mean green machines who dominated the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s.
Garcia now. Nice. Looking for the run there of Josiah. Sure.
Brown.
He finds Niles. And Niles now looking for Lee in the center. It goes all the way over to Bobcom. And Bobcom just unable to slip it past goalkeeper Lewis there. And chance goes a begging for Benedict.
Yeah, Nicholas Bobcom will definitely want to get that back. It was a beautiful ball across from Niles. And with the whole goal at his mercy. And anywhere to put it, he can try to put it wide.
Lee. Tariq Lee. Niles now. Oh, just pushes it too far in front there, Niles. But it goes all the way over to Bobcom now. Bobcom. Brown. Cassia. Laid back to Brown.
And Niles just puts it into the open goal. It's an offside though. The referee's assistant flag is up and he signals yes, it is. Be interested to see it though, because it came off the keeper. So you will have to say, yeah, he was offside. If you look at him in the center of your screen, he was standing in an offside position. And that's lazy football there, really. He was just watching at the shot.
Lee with a good touch into the area and dealt with them. by Piper. Not able to get a foot in St. Augustine. All one-way traffic here now from Benedict. It has been so for much of the 36 minutes that has gone by.
And just having straight offside there was Philip. That's Joshua Philip. I think you're seeing the team cohesion in the St. Augustine team totally lacking. They've been unable to string together 4 or 5 passes going forward. It's always been a long ball forward.
And there we see Coach Randolph Boyce.
Yeah, Coach Boyce, they're just up.
Marshalling his troops.
Yeah, he'll be seeing that there's a bit of complacency and overconfidence stepping into his team. A no-nonsense kind of coach. So, not the loud, boisterous kind of coach, but very serious-minded. So he'll be wanting to ensure that these boys keep themselves up to the task.
Augustine now stringing a few passes together, out wide, trying to get the ball over. Gets it over. But then good calm work there from Maureen at the back. So St. Augustine trying to build something here now. Starting it all the way from the back is St. Benedict's.
Yeah, they've been able to beat that press, you know, and get it past into their middle and offensive lines quite easily.
Bobcom looking for the run there of Ochoa. Cuts inside. Looking all the way over here now to Niles. Piper comes across. He's going to put it into touch. So Niles willing to make those runs, get into the channels.
Yeah, they're definitely keeping the back line of the St. Augustine team honest. They've not been able to just float forward how they want. And of course, Alexander will come to take his long throw. He seems to be the long throw specialist, Nishan Alexander. Throws it into the area.
Chance for St. Augustine here now to build up something going forward, but given away. And then Brown gives it away. O'Brien now looking for some movement forward. Piper. O'Brien again.
Ball just coming off the hand of Niles. So referee Cecile Hines just signaling that it was an offense. Niles has been a live wire for the St. Benedict's team. O'Brien, he'll look to put it in the box and hope that someone gets on the end of it.
O'Brien now, ball into the area. Dealt with at the back. Niles.
Marine treading it through to his skipper. And he shreds it further to Garcia.
Garcia thought he was offside. Yes, he is offside, confirmed by the referee's assistant over on this near side here.
I would love to see that on the replay. Look at it.
We see.
Look at it. All right, let's get it again. It's when the ball is kicked.
Seems just
this was very close.
Too early.
Very close. And that's a problem with this back line of the St. Augustine team. There's no cover. You know, the stoppers, we don't call them stoppers again. The
centre backs.
They're just not providing that depth when the player in the middle is free.
Given away now. Looking to come forward again is St. Benedict. Looking to release Niles.
And then he tries to be cheeky, the defender. That's Brito. Does it competently enough. Then a ball is threaded through.
Good work there for Maureen. Putting in that last-ditch challenge. Kino Maureen. It's going to be a chance here now for...
Look at it. The ball is released, he's onside. Look at it. Look how far the defender is there. When the ball is released, he's onside.
What a good spot there from my co-commentator, Gordon Pierre.
No, I realized it was very close.
He has eyes of a lion.
No.
Seeing those lines.
It's when you play defender, stopper, all your life, you know that that line was very close, and there O'Brien putting the ball outside of the circle.
O'Brien looking to get that dangerous ball over. Here he is, O'Brien now. Coming, Devonish. Bobcom is going to clean up. But then gets a good ball out to Garcia. Ochoa now. Good composed stuff from St. Benedict's. A little bit overhit there on that occasion. And luckily for Lewis, he claims. Rolls it out to O'Brien now.
And that's another thing. When you're playing a high line, your keeper has to be like a keeper sweeper. Remember Neuer?
Manuel Neuer. Sweeper keeper.
Yeah. You can't be
Lee. Bearing down on goal is Tariq Lee. Chance to finish it off here, and that he does. Tariq Lee gets his 4th goal, and just like that, St. Benedict's College get their 8th one. Tariq Lee again. There we see that high line again causing problems for St. Augustine, and running onto that one was Tariq Lee and expertly finish it off. He gets his 4th.
Yeah, it was a beautiful ball through the defender, Jamil Cooper. And Lee showing good composure and experience. He cut across the defender. So the defender had to check his run. And after he checked his run, it was himself and the keeper alone. And then he decided to pick whichever side he wanted. He decided, okay, I'm going to put it past your left-hand side, keeper Lewis. And just like that, St. Benedict's romping home in this one.
A good centre-forward play there from Tariq Lee. Making those runs. Given away again. Lee, Niles now with a hit. Oh, and the foot of goalkeeper Lewis gets in the way.
Goalkeeper Lewis down but not out. Still trying to make a save.
43 minutes gone. There we see Niles shot on target.
A good stop by the young man Lewis. He'll have to put this part of his footballing education in his bag, understand it, analyze it, and move forward. It's not easy.
A harsh lesson.
Yeah, definitely a harsh lesson.
Lee now from the corner.
Hands up raised, it means he's going to go for the last post.
Lee floated in this time. Cleared away. Garcia. Oh, with an attempt from outside there. Goes over. 43 minutes coming up to that halftime mark. Maureen was the man with the effort there.
Well, the shot was what we would have called a defender's clearance.
Bobcom getting into a good position there, but just not getting a shot away. Trying to toy with the defense there, Bobcom. One back by St. Benedict's.
Well, I would like to be a fly on the wall at halftime to hear the coaches' comments in both teams. You know, I think though if I was to give any advice to Coach Jones, he'd have to definitely reset his team. He'd have to tell them that that first half is gone and just try to win the second half. So that will be the competition. One of the tactical changes he'll have to make, he'll definitely have to ensure that his back line doesn't play as high as they have been. Coach Boyce though.
Ferdinand losing out there to Brown.
So that's the halftime whistle. So at the half, St. Benedict's College leads this one 8-0 versus St. Augustine Secondary. We have the highlights. So they're just beginning to walk off there.
So what a commanded first half by St. Benedict's College, leading by 8-0 goals. 4 goals coming from the boot of skipper Tariq Lee, 1 from Nicholas Bobcom, 2 from Josiah Ochoa, and 1 from Darrell Garcia.
Well, we have the highlights. And this was the first goal the ball losing possession to Augustine after they had control the early part and played through was Okocha. He chopped, he changed, and then he finished. In off the crossbar, Josiah Okocha. Ochoa, yeah. Josiah Ochoa. The goalkeeper, Lewis, already feeling the pressure. He came and he added to his own demise, dropping the ball at the feet of the captain, Tariq Lee. Lee did the needful, banged it in, and it was 2-0, and St. Benedict's on the rampage. Lee again teeing up Garcia. Garcia picking his spot and in off the crossbar. A picture tells 1,000 words.
Yeah, that was just about 8 minutes gone in first half there. Garcia threading the needle. Lee on spot again, calmly slotting it past goalkeeper Lewis, and that was 4 goals at that stage.
And then adding injury to insult, goalkeeper Madsen Lewis just gifted the ball to Lee. Lee accepted it. Thank you, ma'am. And banged it home.
Poor clearance there from Lewis, putting it on a platter for Lee, and he duly obliged skipper Lee. Then from the corner, not cleared, Bob come pick up the pieces, and he made it 6-0.
So from scorer to provider
at that stage,
Tariq Lee showing the complete package.
Then Niles threading it through to Ochoa, and he got his second, and that was Benedict's 7th goal. And there we see good ball there from Niles, picking the run of Ochoa and slotting it past goalkeeper Lewis on that occasion.
There was a lull in between the goals, but then Lee reminded all that he's still the big man in the business here. He waltzed past the stopper, picked his spot, and put it away, and just like that, St. Benedict were leading 8-0. So at the half, the scores: St. Benedict's College 8, St. Augustine 0. We go to the break. When we come back, we're going to have more action on the other side. Welcome back to Tiger Town Secondary School action. It's St. Benedict's up against St. Augustine. The scores at the half, St. Benedict's 8, St. Augustine 0. Yes, you heard correctly. St. Benedict's leading this one 8-0. I'm going pair together with Kadir. A tough first half for these Augustine boys.
Yeah, really I have to forget for St. Augustine. They need to come out, Coach Takuma Jones. Let's see how inspirational his halftime speech was. Let's see how they approach this second half.
Well, they're going to get ready. Captain of the St. Benedict's team, though, he'll be looking to add more goals to his name. He's already gotten 4, together with 2 assists. The St. Augustine team, though, they'll try to at least win this half. We're looking to see if any substitutions has been made. We're seeing a discussion. The keeper yet to come onto the pitch.
No, he's going to be substituted.
Oh, so that's a new keeper.
Yeah, that's going to be
Andrew Delis. So Andrew Delis coming in, as well as the number 3. That's Shamaki Wills. So Shamaki Wills and Andrew Delis. Keeper Madison Lewis just being withdrawn. It would have been a tough outing for him. Wills jogs. It seems like he's going to be playing the wing back position. So another substitution as well. 3 substitutions. Number 7 jogs on as well.
That's Nkosi Fuentes.
Nkosi Fuentes jogs on. So 3 changes at the half. Looking for answers. Cecile Hines doesn't seem to be impressed, and she gets things going. So Augustine kicking that ball forward, trying to get something going early. They dictated the early 3 minutes in the first half, and then the wheels fell off from there on in. And that's an early ball across. Garcia, he's onside. Darrell Garcia, and he drags it past. So Darrell Garcia there, he got the ball. It was an early ball again over the top. It was more of the same from the first half. And goalkeeper Andrew Delis, in just about 2 minutes on, it was an early ball over the high line again by St. Augustine. Garcia in, and he just banged it past to get himself a second and add the 9th goal for St. Augustine.
Yeah, St. Augustine really shooting themselves in the foot with this high line that they're attempting to play. But here St. Augustine with a chance coming forward.
That's a good early ball.
Not able to pick out Marcel Valentine.
And here they're coming. Ball flashed across.
Chance here for the shot. Charge down.
O'Brien. Wills. Early ball in. Winning out there nicely.
Garcia. Ball over the top.
Wills. Strong challenge. Lee. His first touch just letting him down, but he gets a second bite at the cherry. Lee. Still Lee. Still Lee!
What good skill from that man, Tariq Lee. Twisting and turning the defenders all out there. Tariq Lee and goalkeeper Dillis really had no answers for him. And just like that, we have just played about 2 minutes in the second half. There we see Lee twisting and turning the defenders all, and then just rifling that shot past the lease. And that's 10 goals now for St. Benedict's.
So it's double figures. And St. Augustine bleeding goals at the back.
What do you think Coach Jones had to say at the halftime they have not changed much in terms of the system that they played in the first half.
Yeah, that's the problem. I think he tried to go with changing personnel. Look, this St. Augustine line is on the half line, right? It is
way too high.
Yeah, it's way too high when there's no pressure on the ball. And when I saw an article written about teachers being coaches and so forth, you know, I was in the teacher coach book, so I definitely took offense. But you got to be an experienced coach to coach a premiership team. You know, and I'm sorry to say this, you got to be an experienced coach. This coach have not realized as yet how that the high line is not working. He went off at the halftime and comes back on, and immediately a missed kick.
Probably he doesn't realize that his line is too high.
Yeah.
He believes in that, probably, Gordon.
Yeah, yes, you can't believe in that, but you must. First thing you must do is have the personnel to play it, and then they must have both the competency, which is the football knowledge, football skill, and then they must have the football knowledge. You're seeing that back line lacks both. You know, so it's a change that you've got to make. You know, I'm being passionate about it because this is doing nothing good for the young players.
Yeah.
All right?
Point taken.
We're back to the action.
St. Augustine here, looking to build something. Valentine looking to turn his man, but just overhit. Bob come there with trying to clear the ball away, and in his way was Valentine.
And Fatima also adding on the pressure to space side. So, but Bob come here just being a bit rash there. A rash challenge on Hospitales.
Hospitales.
Whoa!
Sorry.
It looked worse in slow motion replay. I'm sure the back line would not appreciate Bob coming into their box and giving away a penalty just when they were looking to keep a clean sheet. You know, defenders, they really appreciate keeping a clean sheet.
So chance for St. Augustine to pull one back here. It's going to be O'Brien.
O'Brien has been good throughout this game. We saw his free kick from just about 35 yards cutting off the upright. So, and Fatima raining goals down at the Fatima grounds. It's 5-0 there as well. So it's going to be very interesting because this group might just come down to goal difference. Remember, Naparima hot on the heels of the two leaders, St. Benedict and Fatima. And Naparima has to play St. Benedict. So O'Brien, yeah, well taken
straight
by O'Brien.
Down the middle there, O'Brien. So he pulls one back for St. Augustine on the stroke of the 50-minute mark. St. Augustine get their first through O'Brien from the penalty spot.
So Teron O'Brien gets St. Augustine onto the scorecard. He was composed and he just slotted that one past the goalkeeper, Devonish.
Nice, on his way again. Nice, looking for that early ball over.
Two Benedict players going down. No call by the referee.
Looking for Valentine. Coming across, there was Dimas.
That was trying to get an early ball going there. And the ball across. And yeah, you saw the two St. Benedict players going down in the box. No call by the referee.
Yeah, just getting in each other's way there. Dimas now. Alexander. Bob come. One back there by St. Augustine. Then just put out of touch there by Maureen. Hospitales leaves this one for O'Brien.
Well, it was Hospitales who won the penalty for his team. So he'll have a little spring in his step.
Wills. Yeah, again we see that high line from St. Augustine.
Able to maintain a little bit of possession here.
Niles coming back and doing his job quite adeptly. Brown. How solid has Brown been for St. Benedict's?
Yeah, definitely a role player. You know, those positions, the unsung heroes in a football team, that central defensive midfielder. You know, no one really gives them a great applause, but you can see their value. Chelsea Kante, you'd also remember Makalele and the likes. So you see the value only after the season is over of that man just standing up and just being that defensive screen to your back line. Here comes Niles.
Again, with some acreage to move into. Skips past one challenge. Niles pulls it back for Lee. Oh, a little bit too cheeky there from Lee. But now, St. Augustine with a chance to go forward.
That's almost treading the needle there.
Grave sand there on that occasion. Ball played over the top, looking for the run of Hospitalis. Here he is, Hospitalis. Picks out Valentine. Valentine! Oh, straight down the middle there.
So Augustine showing some signs of life there. Showing that they're not.
And there we see the high line again.
Yeah, that high line is definitely what is definitely has been there outdoing here. And just like that, the 1-2.
Yeah, we see.
Through. And that's Lee, and it's going to be a goal. Yeah. So he's going to get 6 goals. So after applying pressure, this is totally unbelievable. I think someone with a phone needs to get to the coach and just tell him that we need to get the line back. You saw that you were just talking about the high line. The ball played in front of it. Well, that's the ball through. And you know, once Lee got it before the keeper, it was just a routine matter.
Yeah, but with the speed of Lee, Niles, and Bobcom, they're gonna meet that high line all day long.
It's not only the speed, it's also the football intelligence, because you saw that ball there, they didn't hit it over one time. They came short, and then it was a 1-2 between Lee and Garcia, and Lee was away.
Yeah, St. Benedict's really bossing this game. 55 minutes played here, and St. Benedict's lead by 11 goals to 1. Yes, 11 goals to 1.
Well, Augustine is going to be demoted this season. They will have to go back to the championship division and find a way back.
Lee is going to get to this one.
He's just going to drop it short, and he's going to be onside.
Niles not able to pick out. Bob come there, and then Lee fires this one wide. So that trio there, just linking up there.
And we're going to see a substitution. And it's Bobcom who's going to come off. And on is going to come the number 9, Jordan Grant. So Jaden Grant comes on and Bobcom comes off. Nicholas Bobcom comes off. His evening is over. And on comes Grant.
Wills with this show here now for St. Augustine. Picking up the pieces here, St. Augustine. Or one back. On his way, the substitute, Grant. Grant now with a chance to run at his defense. Grant in the area, a little bit overhit there for Garcia. And the least is going to charge this one down and put it into touch. And then has to scamper all the way back to his goal. Ochoa.
So it just goes out of play. So you're seeing the adjustment. You're seeing that his stopper who can kick the ball is kicking the ball long now. Morin.
Ochoa. Grant now. Lee. Garcia. Niles. In some space here, Niles. Looking to open up to get a shot away. Charge down in the meantime. There, but still with Niles. Ball over from Niles. Wills. Not cleared. Grant. Danger still not cleared. Philip. St. Augustine really good in possession. Possessing the ball quite beautiful.
Benedict.
Benedict, sorry. My apologies. Possessing the ball quite brilliantly. Brown.
And it goes straight into the hands of the goalkeeper, Delis. He bangs it upfield. But Benedict's able to win it back, and they just be able to knock that ball around. He's offside. So Grant would have straight offside. The referee not waiting for the referee assistant to raise his flag because she was just in line.
But what we're seeing here, Benedict are leading by 11 goals, and St. Augustine really not getting bodies behind the ball.
Yeah.
Still choosing to go forward with, some intent.
There's no problem going forward with intent, but you see, you got to be able to understand. It's all about understanding when and where. When you're gonna make your squeeze, when you're gonna be on the drop back off the ball, and it depends on more than one thing. It's not simply out defense. No, that's basic, simple football. You got to know the timing of when to push up, and when to drop your line. When it's Brown doing the speed work, back to Brown, and they're able just to knock it around. That's giving away the ball cheaply. There was Garcia, but Philip is going to track it and get it back. Goes back to his keeper. Oh, the ball just being caught in possession there, and then Philip able to bring it out.
But a lot of composure from Benedict, and then that ball through, releasing Grant. Referee's assistant flag goes up.
Outside. And that it'd be interesting to see that line again. Look when the ball is played. Yes, he is offside. He is offside. Both of them would have gone off the shoulder of the defender. So good call by the referee assistant there. Niles.
Inside to Ochoa. Wide here now to skipper Lee. Ochoa not on the same wavelength there with Lee. Winning back possession there is Benedict.
So Benedict here bossing this game, totally controlling both the offense and defense, and he's on. So he's going to be on. The keeper is in no man's land, but he goes over. So missing his hat-trick opportunity there. Ochoa, Josiah Ochoa.
27 remaining minutes in this one, and how you as a coach of this St. Augustine team, what do you tell your players? They're already 11 goals down. How do you get in the air? How do you approach this remaining minutes?
I think the coach Jones, he definitely missed a beat when he at the halftime he didn't make the adjustment. You're seeing, look at this high line, look how high this line is, and the player on the ball has no pressure, so he can just pick the pass. Had that pass been picture perfect, he would have been off to the races. right? The only time you can play that high line is when there's pressure on the ball. As soon as there's pressure off the ball, it means the player can make a long pass into space.
Releasing Niles here now.
Good defensive work though.
Good cover in there from Ferdinand.
And then he bangs it upfield. Yes, some good defensive work there by Ferdinand, Jordan Ferdinand. Showing a good clean change of foot. But then when he won the ball, just being without ideas going forward. So it's something, it's not just about pushing out and holding that line. You got to know when to pressure, when not to pressure, when the ball is played to whom, when the cover. You know, that's an important function in football. You got to know when to cover and where to cover. So it's something that...
And that's a lot of experience you're speaking of there. When to press and when to drop off.
But you see, there are simple drills for that. You know, you have a drill with your back line. When the ball moves across, they form the L. All right? So it's a simple drill.
Chance here now for Valentine.
That's a beautiful... Oh! And Valentine almost pulled one back for his team.
Good work there from Valentine. Snapshot, really.
And it seemed like the keeper got something onto it. It was a good turn.
Spotting, goalkeeper. Yeah, that's goalkeeper Devonish off his line. Credit to him there, he got up in time. And Niles, his evening is over. And coming on to replace him is the number 18.
So the number 21, two substitutions, number 21 coming on as well. So number 21 and number 18. Not on the scorecard.
Number 18, Tariq Lucas.
So Lucas and Webb. Malachi Webb. So Malachi Webb and Lucas replacing Garcia and Niles. Devonish with a authoritative snatch. Just losing out. Ball played in behind. And Benedict's able to play a ball from the back. And they're able to bring it out with their skipper, Lee. It's Lucas just having straight offside. Now you're getting a number of offside calls. And, you know, the coach may be encouraged by that. But the downside is when you don't get it right, it's a one-on-one opportunity and it's a goal. And you're seeing offensively that this Augustine team can do something. They're much better than this 11-1 scoreline shows. And it's the substitute who's going to find himself in the referee's book, Lucas. You know, he would have been on the bench, really teaming up, steaming to get in. It's a bit of a youthful exuberance.
Yeah, 66 minutes played here at the Atubuldan Stadium. St. Benedict's leading this one by 11 goals to 1.
Yeah, well, standing over this one, of course, the big man, Tyrone O'Brien. And he can hit them from this distance. We saw that in the first half. He's already gotten his name on the score sheet through a penalty. Let's look at it. Oh, strong challenge. And he finds himself in the referee's book. That's the number 7 for St. Augustine. Frentis, the substitute. Akosi Frentis. Just going over the ball there, you know, in the defensive third. And Benedict's just knocking that ball around. Brown quite composed. Maureen, is he onside? Just having straight offside there was Webb, Malachi Webb. The referee's assistant just telling him he would have straight offside the young man.
But a change in formation for Benedict. We see Captain
Lee. Yeah.
Chance here for St. Augustine. A good save there from Devonish.
Yes, so chance is coming now.
Yeah, we see Lee coming over to this left-hand side.
Yeah, he's left the centre forward position for the number 9 who's come on, Grant. Did the ball through. Grant, he's onside. The keeper is out of his goal. Grant skips past the challenge.
Still, danger still not cleared. Lucas. Lee.
Yeah, it's gonna come. It's gonna be St. Augustine ball. It came off the back of Lee's foot.
Aslam there with some good work.
Yeah, good defensive work there by the St. Augustine team.
Oh, but what a good play there from Lee. Skipping past a couple of challenges. Then one back by O'Brien. Aslam.
Caught in possession. Frentis winning out in the battle of the substitutes. Referee Cecil Hines. In fact, it's a foul on the Benedict player. The skipper just going on. It seems to be a bit of cramp. The ground is quite heavy. I think for safety, if I was the coach of the Benedict team, I would have withdrawn Lee. He's already done his job. 6 goals plus 2 assists. The score 11-1. You've taken him out from the centre forward position. You've put him on the left wing where he's going to have to do even more running in terms of mileage. I think it's best that you just withdraw him, close up shop, and look towards another game. So let's look at this one here. The ball was played wider. Hans with a good ball through. And I think he should have done a whole lot better, was footed on. And then the through ball springing the offside chap. Skipping past the challenge. But the defender staying with it. Able to get it out wider. And St. Augustine avoiding more damage to their scoreline. Brown. Wills just heading clear. Still not clear. Grant. Chua giving up possession.
O'Brien. Held up in there by Brown. Brown now with a chance stick. But
Brown was in a battle with Wills. Two big guys, Brown and Wills. Cruiserweight competition. Cruiserweight competition there. Built like heavyweight boxers. There we saw them. Strong challenge there. And getting up and then just clearing it away. Wills committed to the challenge. Brown looking to barge pass. So Augustine coming into the game a bit more in the second half. Remember, they were down 8-0 at the halftime interval. And slowing down that ball. Ball through. Will Grant get there first? Keeper comes out. Does well. Falls to Lee. He's barged off the ball by Frentis. Frentis trying to thread that needle to get Valentine going. Comes wide at the Ferdinand. Ferdinand looking to go one-on-one. He loses out. O'Brien. He's already gotten his name on the scorecard, showing that he's very skillful, got beautiful feet. But then with no option but just to go back to his stoppers.
Yeah, really the standout player for St. Augustine.
Ferdinand just losing out. Brown just finding Lee, and Lee trying to thread a needle through. Grant with not the best of first touches. Oh, and then caught in possession there was Brito.
And then there's a keeper. Keeper's actually wrestling there with Grant. And no call from referee Hines.
No call from referee Hines. It looked more like something from the NFL. Something from Monday Night Football than secondary schools football
Valentine.
action.
Oh, not able to go past. Team has their strong challenge.
He's a take no prisoner kind of a stopper there. That's Dumas. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Credit to him, both feet.
Yeah,
remained on the ground.
Yeah, he hit the ball, but he's lucky not to get in the referee's book. There's something called tackling with intent. And there we see Lee, yes, being withdrawn.
Rashawn Critchlow.
Yeah, Rashawn Critchlow comes on. Yeah, Lee had done awesome for his team. Leading by example, you call that. 6 goals to his name personally. 2 assists. So it's been all about Lee. Trying a shot from distance there was O'Brien. But able to charge it down is Ferdinand. Ball across. Ball still not cleared. Finally it's cleared. Grant exchanging passes there with Webb.
Yeah, credit to St. Augustine, they have not given up.
O'Brien losing out to Webb.
Giving it all that they have. St. Augustine, their main man there going down. Staying down there, O'Brien.
O'Brien staying down. Brito coming across to see what's wrong. And you're seeing good individual talent from the St. Augustine team in flashes, but it's their teamwork that has definitely left them down. And there we see going down, there was O'Brien. The conditions, as you can see, very heavy. We had overnight rains, then we had some showers during the daytime, and also there was an earlier game, a real 6-goal thriller between Pleasantville and Kaipichaima Secondary. In the end, 6 goals scored. They could not have been separated. It ended Pleasantville 3, Kaipichaima 3, to add some interest at the bottom of the table. Remember, in this year's version, the 2 8th-place teams on the groups are going to be demoted, automatic demotions, and then the 7th-place teams, they're going to be in a playoff to see who's the other team, the 3rd team to be demoted, to be replaced by the top 3 in the championship Big 5 tournament.
So a lot to play for. Ball over the top, looking there for Valentine.
And you're seeing Benedict just quite willing, ready and able to maintain possession. Slow the ball down to a walk, and then look for that ball over the top, especially with this high line being played by St. Augustine. No cover, flat line. You know, they have to understand that even though it's a high line, you must have cover when that ball is played over. So there's no, and he's onside.
Oh, good ball there. Grant, through on goal, 1-on-1 with the keeper, Dillis.
A heavy touch by Grant, and keeper Dillis coming out and making a good save.
Yeah, credit to Dillis there, coming off his line, making a good save there. Just trying to usher it out. Ochoa, ball inside. Still, danger not cleared. Critchlow. Keeping possession well is Benedict. Ball over the top. Can he keep it in? No, he can't. Really composed stuff from St. Benedict's. There we see.
Yeah, Grant, a heavy touch. That touch let him down. It just opened the door for Delise, who was alert to the danger. He came off his line, made himself big, and averted the danger, keeping the score at 11 goals to 1. Some respectability, if you can call it that, being maintained with the scoreline. Remember, if you're just joining us, you're watching the Tiger Tank Secondary Schools football action here on FlowSports. And good composure at the back here by Benedict.
It has really been a hallmark of their play. Really composed on the ball, not really rushing anything. Centre halves have been quite resolute, alert to any danger.
Webb. Nice 1-2. And this time it's Webb away. Webb into the area. Webb with a shot. A good save by Delise. So Andrew Delise there, getting up and pushing that one over the crossbar. It was Webb leaving Willis in his trails. Good effort, but an equally good save by goalkeeper Delise. And another St. Augustine player has gone down. That's Wills. He was left in the trail of Webb.
Yeah, Shamaki Wills staying down. Yeah, physio comes on.
Probably need the oxygen tank.
Delise hasn't been that bad since coming on.
No, he's definitely done his job and done his job competently. You're seeing Wills there just signaling that probably something would have gone into his eyes. You know, in racing, they would have sent his gasket would have blown. And there we see O'Brien just taking a bit of the magic spray.
11-1.
Standing over this one, the substitute Lucas. Tariq Lucas. Wills coming off. Just seemed to have been struck in his head. He's one of the bigger guys, so he should be on the pitch, especially when defending against a corner. But you can't do anything when you're injured, especially a head injury. So it's going to be Lucas. He's going to be taking this with the right boot. He's going to be curling in. Not much runway there, that end, that corner. But he's been able to get it. And he'll get another opportunity to try to put it in the box. Fatima, they are scoring up a storm. The last score we had was 5-0 versus Speyside. Yet to get a score with Naparima.
Lucas, some good work here out on this side. Alexander, ball inside, Delise.
He's definitely going to be outside there as Webber. The ball was pushed. This St. Augustine team, if it's one thing you're sure about, is that if the ball is pushed forward, they're going to be pushing up. It seemed like that's the only drill that they would have done defensively. And it seems like Wills cannot continue. Any movement on the bench. Not sure they have any replacement as well. Just holding his head is Wills. The physio, former defense force man. So it's going to be a throw in here. Prentice just rolling that one off. So it seemed like they're going to be playing a man short, a man down. Yeah, they're going to be, they're down to 10 men.
A nice give and go there. Looking for the run off Grant, but Delise comes off his line again. Delise still not Looking to scamper back. Critchlow. Just a bit too high. So the least doing that job that you spoke about earlier, the sweeper keeper role.
Yes, definitely. And that has had the positive effect on the scoreline in terms of keeping goals down. You're seeing good work there by DeLacy. He's stuck with it. Critchlow should have definitely put it on target.
This one is definitely going to be finished off. Looks Wells.
It looks like Grant who would have scored that. Yeah, it seems to be Grant. Or the caught in possession. And he just unselfishly, Webb just putting on a platter there to Grant. And Grant makes it 12 goals to nil. Defenders caught in possession.
12 goals to 1.
12 goals to 1, sorry. And Augustine down to 10 men.
Too much on that one.
So as we approach the 85th minute in this one, if you just join us, you're watching Tiger Town Secondary School's action. St. Benedict leads this one 12 goals to nil versus St. Augustine, 12 goals to 1, sorry, versus St. Augustine. They got 6 goals off the boot of their skipper, Tariq Lee.
Philip. Bustin. Good work from Critchlow.
Webb with a just have straight outside, on and off.
Referee's assistant right on spot. Yeah.
Yeah, and we see a substitution about to be made. Coming on for Wills. A substitute for the substitute. Not sure what number it is. Yes, the number 5.
Yeah, that's Jeremiah Jagroup.
So Jagroup. Ball shooter Grant. Ball played wider. Lucas with space and time. Lucas entering the box. The early box across Grant. And Grant gets a double. Jaden Grant. It was a beautiful ball, a teasing ball by Lucas. And Grant finishes with a plump. So the substitute.
Tilly's not happy with that, but credit to Grant. Good centre forwards play there from Grant. Finishing off that one. And Benedict now 13 goals to 1. 85 minutes played here at the Atterbolden Stadium. Can't keep it in there, St. Augustine. So invited more pressure here.
All eyes are going to be on referee Cecil Hines. Is she going to blow this off as soon as 90? Early. A mercy call. Webb. Aimed at Grant. Grant with a good turn. Charge down. Frontes. Coming back and winning out.
Ferdinand.
Yeah, beautiful skill. Exchanging nice passes there with Frontes. Going further to O'Brien. Ferdinand. Yeah. Frontes.
Good skill from Frontes.
Focus now, Frontes on the ball. But then they lose out. And Benedict's able to come forward. Webb.
Ochoa. Still Benedict's nice composure on the ball.
Ball played up. And he's onside.
Webb with a chance. Here now. One-on-one with his defender here. Webb. Into the area now. Good tackle there. Good recovery. Tackle there from that man. Seems to be Williams. Williams the man there. Cutting out the danger. Going over to take this one is Webb. Coming up to 88 minutes in this one.
Good delivery by Webb. Benedict getting to it, but not able to keep it down. The stopper rising highest was Alexander. So going to take this one is Brito. Shaquille Brito. Oh, good skill there. O'Brien. O'Brien. Losing out. Lucas Chespet. Ochoa. Early ball aimed at Webb. Webb the early ball back across. A diving header. Beautiful header by Brown. The exclamation mark to this game. Brown. Ephraim Brown. As I said, he was the silent hero of the team. And there, getting into the box, the diving header. And that's the exclamation mark.
Leave it at 14. I'm going to play 14. Leave it at 14. No, leave it at 14.
So that's 14 goals to 1. St. Benedict's lead by 14 goals to 1.
He definitely stamped the authority on this one. Is Benedict's outplayed St. Augustine.
Almost from the very first whistle.
Yeah, definitely have been looking for another one here just to seal the deal.
The keeper comes, does enough, and that's the final whistle. So at the end of 90 minutes, St. Benedict's, they win this one 14 goals to 1 versus St. Augustine. They were already led by the front from their skipper, Tariq Lee. He scored 6 off his boot, as well as added 2 assists. They also got 2 goals from Josiah Ochoa and Jaden Grant. The icing on the cake, though, from that big number 15, the Ephraim Brown. So at the end of this one, the scores St. Benedict's 14, St. Augustine 1. Kadir, what a lopsided affair.
Yeah, really busted from the first whistle there. Benedict really stamped the authority and imposed themselves on the St. Augustine team, and definitely coming away handsome winners here by 14 goals to 1.
Well, I think we've got some highlights. The two teams asking for divine inspiration. Referee Cecile Hines getting things underway. Ochoa getting the things underway for his team with the opening goal. There was more to come. The first half keeper gifting that ball to the skipper Lee, and he obliged. It was more one-way traffic. Lee to Garcia, and Garcia picking his corner.
Slipped in there, Lee, and Lee picking a spot there, putting away that one.
At that point, the keeper felt that he should give him something, and he gifted a goal to Lee.
And there we see Bob come on that occasion there, just putting that one in the back of the net. Nice ball through by Niles. Ochoa running onto that one and finishing it off.
Added his second. At this time, goalkeeper Lewis was definitely a beaten man.
And then Lee, a man on a mission, holding off the defender and just calmly slotting that one.
At that time, it was a halftime whistle and 8 goals to 0. Substitution at the second half. A goalkeeper coming in, Delis. But it was more of the same.
Garcia The man finishing off that one there. Lee turning his man inside out and then rifling that shot past Delis.
Yes, at that point, that was the goal of the game. And then a bit of a consolation there. Bobcom giving away a penalty. O'Brien calmly smashing it home to put his name on the scorecard. A smile at least. Substitute Lucas coming on with a bit of energy. Another strong challenge. And Kosi Fuentes finding himself in the referee's book.
Then Grant caught his name on the score sheet there. Nice pullback there, and then Lucas turning provider. And then Grant finishing off that one.
But the best was yet to come. In the closing moment, Weber, a diving header by Ephraim Weber.
Ephraim
Brown, sorry. It was Webb who provided the cross. Brown, the silent hero for his team, finishing with a commanding header. Well, from the whole production team, I'm Gordon Pierre together with Kadir Mohammed. So from all of us, we want to wish you good night and good luck.